What's poppin' y'all? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're taking a look at another film review. Yesterday we took a look at It Chapter 1. Today we're taking a look at It Chapter 2, because it is spooky month. We're taking a look at a load of horror movies this time around, and HBO Max is releasing a new series called Welcome to Derry. All about the Pennywise universe, the It Extended Universe, and I will be reviewing it when it does drop, but right now we're going to be taking a look at the second movie in the franchise. We haven't taken a look at the original on the channel yet, but if you do want me to do that, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll do it next Halloween, because I'm going to make you wait, because of course I am. But yeah, without any further delay, let's head over to what Google has to say and take a look at this 2019 movie. I was going to say masterpiece of a movie, but I think that's a little too hype. So it is a horror mystery which is 2 hours and 49 minutes, roughly the same length as the other one, and has a 6.5 out of 10 on IMDb, a 62% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 2.9 out of 5 on Letterboxd. So this one has done slightly worse than the first one. And you can watch this on Sky Store, Amazon Prime, and also Google Play. After 27 years, the Losers Club receive a call from their friend Mike Hanlon that Pennywise is back. They decide to honor their promise and return to their old town to end the evil clown for good. So how this actually starts is with Mike, is that what he's called? Mike, yes, Mike. Mike gives all of them a call. They all come back. They all come and, like, you know, have a meal together. And then Mike drops a bomb being like, Pennywise is back. We gotta stop him. So they're all like, fuck off, you're not being serious? Seriously, he's back? How do you know? Are we being for real? And he's like, yeah, Pennywise is back. He killed a bunch of kids at a fairground. Which was obviously the opening kill of the movie, like most horror movies do have. They have an opening kill to set the scene, to set the tone, to set the vibe of the movie. And yeah, we had, I do believe, 2 of them getting eaten under the bleachers in a fairground. So, you know, more death of children. But they end up going back and trying to find, like, key things that they need to help stop Pennywise. I forget how they come to this conclusion, but they all go back to, like, a core memory, a core place in their childhood where they had, like, their encounter with Pennywise, and they all have to collect an item to destroy to send Pennywise back to the fucking realm that he came from, or, like, you know, to use to send back where he came from. And they all get ready to do the ritual after going through each and everybody's fear. Again, very similar to the first one. Everybody did have their own fear sequence, which again led to more, like, diversity in the scares and the differences in what they can do. But again, it did feel quite boring, not gonna lie. It did feel like a rip on the first one, because we did have everybody have their own sort of fear sequence in the first one. And again, these ones weren't as good as they were in the first one. So, anyway, we continue. We then go back to the sewers to fight Pennywise, yet again, after everybody's got their shit. And one of them dies, and then they defeat Pennywise, and then it's really sad and somber because someone's dead. And that's it. That's the end of the movie. They go to the funeral, and that's it. End of movie. So that's cool. That's cool, I guess. But yeah, it does take a look at their lives in the future, and some of them haven't done so well since being in Derry. Some of them have done quite well for themselves, others haven't. And this is like a first time they've met up in years. And again, obviously, they have to rekindle their friendship, rekindle their connection, because, you know, after not seeing each other for years, you're going to have to, like, get to know each other, and they seem to hit it off to start with, but it does cause a couple of bits of conflict and a little bit of tension in the movie when they are having to, you know, go up against Pennywise and relive their past, and some of them, like, you know, try to rush some of the others, and it's a little scary, it's a little creepy, it's a little ominous, but, you know, they all get through it in the end. They do try and pull on your heartstrings and do a little bit of a tearjerker by killing one of the characters at the end. I do believe it is Mike from Stranger Things, Finn Wolfhard's character from the first movie that does die in this movie. I could be wrong, but again, he does like a self-sacrifice thing, which is again quite sad. Pennywise does return. Again, all the good things that I said about him from the first movie, from the actor to the way that he like goes about things, to the way that he acts the scenes out, from the facial expressions to the facial contortions that he does, to make Pennywise this overall really creepy and formidable foe for them to fight. I actually quite like. And he does get a little bit freaky in this one, not gonna lie. He decides to lick a window and then beat the shit out of it with his face. That is one of the more iconic scenes from this movie, as well as like the soul sucking like a Dementor from Harry Potter with the 3 lights inside his mouth, which again is really fucking weird, not gonna lie. Why does he have this? Why did he do this? I don't know. I don't exactly know what he is. He's some form of demon, and they do explain it in the movie, but you know, like that's a lot of words. It's a lot of exposition. Not gonna lie, to basically explain what he is and how to defeat him. Because this one character finds a book on what he is, and I don't know. That feels really generic. It takes away like all the mystery to what Pennywise actually is and why he's doing this stuff and like how to defeat him. Because I don't think they had the book in the first one. Like, they obviously worked out that he fed on fear and that like they could stop him by not being scared anymore, and that's like a generic thing as well, with like kids just overcoming fear, which is like a big part of like your childhood. You gotta like overcome your fear in so many different aspects, but this time that it's not as simple. You can't just overcome your fear to defeat him this time round. You need your special little tokens, which you know, one of them was wrong. One of them wasn't the right token, and that's why shit went down, and one of them died. Because, you know, the tokens weren't correct, so the plan went to shit. So again, builds tension, builds mystery, and builds a little bit of a plot twist, being like, oh, the token's not right. Holy shit, what are they gonna do? They're in this life-death situation, taking on this killer demon thing from another world, and they're gonna send it back. And I don't know, I feel like this one's a little bit more far-fetched than the first one. I know it's far-fetched anyway, with Pennywise being a shape-shifting creature, but having to like send him back and having to use the tokens, it just feels too much. It just doesn't feel like as good or as satisfying as the first one, because you have to like go through all this fucking questing to basically stop him, and there's no more mystery because like, again, the character like finds the book. So the only real mystery you have in this movie is like trying to guess what the tokens are and trying to work out what your token is or what like the other tokens are. It doesn't seem as like interesting or as creative as the first one, but I still enjoyed it. The CGI is still good, the acting is impeccable, like I said earlier in the video, and again, there is still some cool scenes, like the one that, you know, sticks with everybody, which is the final fight where they look into its mouth, or the one where Pennywise is deciding to beat his fucking skull through a glass thing and eat Georgie again, because Georgie makes a return in like one of the fear sequences, and he gets eaten, which is again really fucking scary, to be fair. Like, it is a weird scene, a weird sequence, but it really does add to the movie quite a bit. And again, it isn't this like normal thing that does scare me. Again, realistic horror is what scares me more than Pennywise, but this film did get again a couple of like jump scares out of me, a couple of spooks, a couple of timbers being shivered, and that's pretty much all I have to say about the second one. I just feel like it does everything that the first one did, but is in like a weaker form. So it does still have quite a few highs, but there is still more mid to it than the first movie. So I do agree with the critics. I do think it is a little bit lower ranking than the first one, but I don't think it's as low as what they are saying. I think it's a solid 7 to like a high 7, low 8 type situation. So I'm gonna leave it at a 7, and yeah, I think it was pretty good. Again, this did come out 2019. I was still in school when that came out, and I was actually old enough to watch this one when it came out. funnily enough. So that was cool. I didn't watch it in cinemas. I watched it at home when it came on, like Sky on Netflix or whatever it came on back in the day. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Other than that, I really have nothing else to say. This is a much weaker movie in the franchise, but again, they are making a new TV series, so I will be interested in seeing how that works. It obviously cannot take place after this because they banish Pennywise and get rid of him for good at the end of this movie, so unless they decide to pull an Emperor Palpatine and somehow he has managed to return, it's going to be a little bit unsatisfying if they do that, so I would prefer if they did go with more of a prequel type thing. But yeah, other than that, I hope you all enjoyed this YouTube video. I'll see you all next one. Hope you all have an excellent day, and goodbye. Stay home and stay safe. And if you want some more Tyler Price in your life, you can check out the link in the description, which will take you to everything else that I have to offer as a content creator, from my Reddit, Discord, Cameo, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, comic book, podcast. I'm trying to think of everything else that's on there, but, don't think I can. Or if you want to stay right here on YouTube, there is a little bit of something for everybody here as well. From my gaming videos, to my review videos, to my vlogs, to my, theory videos. I do quite a few videos, even some comic book readings and manga readings, if that is what you are interested in. There is a little something for everybody on the channel, so I hope you do stick around, and I'll see you all in the next one. I forgot what we're actually taking a look at tomorrow, so yeah, I'll see you then for a surprise, because we'll be taking a look at something a little spooky tomorrow, with it being spooky month, obviously.